Alright, for this next problem, starting at problem number 11, we have limit as x approaches 6 from the left. So when we plug in 6, we're going to get 1 over 0, which means that limit wouldn't exist, but we're trying to figure out whether it's positive infinity, negative infinity, or still doesn't exist. So from 6 to the left, so if I plug in 5.9, the top is going to be positive, and the bottom is also going to be positive, so that means that this is going to positive infinity. Alright, so here's our regular old power rule. So 18 times 4 is 72, x to the third plus 24 x squared. The derivative of any constant is 0, so this is what the derivative is. Alright, for this one, we have to do the product rule for this one. So the derivative of 4x is 4, and the derivative of sine x is cosine x. So 4x cosine x plus 4 sine x, and then over here the derivative of 4 cosine x is negative 4 sine x, because the derivative of cosine is negative sine, so that's why the plus became a minus. These two cancel out, and we're simply left with 4x cosine x. Okay, once again, we're doing a quotient rule this time. So, the derivative of the top, I know I shouldn't use f, but it's just a way to get the derivative. So the derivative of the top is negative 1. The derivative of the denominator is 1. So I have negative 1 times x plus 4 minus 1 times negative x plus 5 over x plus 4 squared. So negative x plus 4, that should be minus 4, plus x minus 5 over x plus 4 squared. The x's cancel, and we get negative 9 over x plus 4 squared. Alright, this time we want to take the second derivative. So the derivative of the numerator is 1. Derivative of the denominator is also 1. So we got x minus 3 minus x times 1. I didn't do the times 1 because really there was no reason to, over x minus 3 squared. So the x's cancel out, and so we wind up with negative 3 over x minus 3 squared. Now we're looking for the second derivative, and that's just the first derivative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to be negative 3 times x minus 3 to the negative second. So when I take the derivative, negative 3 times negative 2 is 6. So we wind up with 6 over x minus 3 cubed. Alright, so this problem we're going to try to find the equation of the tangent line. So the first thing I'm going to do is find out that the point is at 13,4. So when I write the equation, it will be y minus 4 equals something x minus 13. So when I take the derivative, I'm going to make this x plus 3 to the 1/2 power, which means the derivative is going to be 1/2 x plus 3 to the negative 1/2 power times the derivative of the inside, which is 1, which I didn't really have to put down. So I got 1 over 2 times x plus 3 to the 1/2. When I put in 13, I get 1 over 2 times 13 plus 3 to the 1/2, which equals 1/8. And so that's the number that goes in front, because that's the slope. And there's my point slope formula. Alright, this time they just want me to show that I know the formula. So the formula is, when I do this, we do f and f prime, g, and g prime. And I always multiply these two first. So I got f prime of x times g of x minus g prime of x times f of x for the outsides divided by g of x squared. Now I'm just going to put in the numbers that they gave me. Well, f prime at 4 was 2, g was -2, minus g prime was 5, f was equal to -3, divided by g, which was -2 squared. So -2 squared is 4. The top simply was 11, and so we get 11 over 4. For this next problem, we're going to do the chain rule. So we bring the 5 down here. The 6 plus 2x to the third stays the same to the 4th power times the derivative of the inside, which is, that should be an x, 6x. So it should be 6 plus 6x squared. They may want you to multiply the 5 into here, but you never multiply the 5 into the 1 because the exponent comes first. Alright, so first we're going to take the derivative of the first part, which is 4y cubed y prime. Then this next part where we have the 5xy, we have to use the product rule. So the derivative of 5x is 5 minus 5x, the derivative of y is y prime, plus 6x squared, and the derivative of 7 is 0. So, add 5y, subtract 6x squared, because those are the ones that don't have y prime. So we got 4y cubed y prime minus 5x y prime equals 5y minus 6x squared. I am now going to factor out a y prime from the left hand side. Divide both sides by 4y cubed minus 5x divided by 4y cubed minus 5x. And there's my answer. Alright, last problem is that we're trying to do something with respect to x. So it says to find the rate of change as we're at the origin. So y prime, or dy dt, is equal to 4x dx dt plus 4 dx dt. And since we are at the origin, the x value will be 0. dx dt, we are told, is 5. So really this is nothing. And so dy dt turns out to be 20. I will do the next 10 in the next video. But that's it for this particular one.